Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We have Gabby, the owner and founder of Ject NYC at 138 West 10th Street on the ground floor, adding the horizon. And then shortly next week, the Jet Peel. We have Carmen training today. And I'm just going to stay here quiet, pretend I'm not here, just so that everyone can see how the training goes.
So that's on the last page. Once we discuss how many courses it goes, I just want you to, this gives you a nice breakdown on the device itself, like the IPLs. You have the AC, VL, SR, HR. So it tells you the application, the joules, the range, the same thing with the pulse duration, and the spot size. So it gives you a nice little breakdown, better understanding of the device. Okay. One thing I wanted to go over with you as well is IPL, the actual the post-treatment care, as well as the pre and post care. It's important to have. What I recommend with this is for you to read it. I would recommend the clients to have this as well. Have them sign it, make a copy, keep it on record. This way you know that they received the pre and post care. That is important. This way there'll be no, I wasn't aware of it, or you did not tell me, or I forgot. They have copies of it. The pre and post care is very important for them as well. Okay? So I've just made a copy for you if you want to get that. You're welcome. As well as, I'm going to go over this. New York Laser Outlet came up with their own starter forms. And you could use what you like from this packet. I don't know if you created anything on your own, like a medical history form, and consent forms. You have that, okay. But this is just ours.
I'm interested in seeing what you guys have.
Yes. And I have some other stuff that I have downloaded too. I can share that with you, and you can use it if you like. Okay, this is a little more detail on the, I know you know the Fitzpatrick scale, but this just gives you a little bit more information on it. This is a list of contraindications, another list there that you can keep on file. But I know you must have, right? You have that as well. And this is another form of the pre and post laser treatments. This has a little bit more because it breaks it down per treatment. In this case, it's laser hair removal. They also have it for pigmented lesions. I love this. This really helps a whole lot for the vascular lesions, as well as the laser facials. So it have it individually as well, or the ones that I gave you, that's just, it summarizes everything for the IPL treatments.
Do you guys have this in a Word format?
Yes, I could forward that to you, definitely. This, we use this is our...
I don't use paper for anything.
Yeah, okay. This is a basic consent form. Okay, something that you could either use, but then I have some more detail of consent forms as well. If you want, I could forward that to you via email. And then we have here a list for photosensitizing medication. So they're on this. It's going to say, but one of the things we do ask, are you on medication? And I know that you're a doctor, so you have that information. But let's say for whatever reason you're not aware of it. I always Google stuff when I'm not 100% sure. But if they're on any of this, on their last pill, they have to wait 2 weeks after that to receive treatment. Okay, they just have to be clear of that. Because anything of this, because again, it affects the blood, which could become sensitive to the laser beam, which can cause an adverse reaction. And that's why we get rid of that there, okay? So now we're going to be talking about, any questions, by the way? Is everything clear and I'm doing okay with you? Yeah. Okay, good, great. So what I want to do with you next is going to probably pretty much be the buttonology. Okay. With that, I do create cheat sheets or just something like a little summary for myself, because I think it helps. We could share that with you after the buttonology part of it. Let's see. I'm going to give you numbers. I know the coolant, right? I know that I went over that with you. So when it says 0 Celsius, it's actually 32 Fahrenheit. When it's -6 Celsius, it's 21.2 Fahrenheit. And when it says -12 Celsius, it's 10.4 Fahrenheit. Okay? Now, in reference to the treatments itself, because they're all going to be IPL treatments. With the VL, I'm going to start off with that handpiece. It's the vascular lesions and pigmented lesions. It does require no coolant, but with a thin layer of gel. But if you want to feel comfortable and have the client feel comfortable, it's okay to apply a thin layer of gel though. Okay, you could use a thin layer of gel. Okay. So I'm gonna connect that device now. I'm gonna rest the handpiece right here. Okay, on the sides here, there's a button. We push it in, we're gonna line it. Then we're gonna use this to help us just push it in, and you're gonna hear that snap. Okay, so that is connected. Back here, there's a switch button on and off, just to see, only have to worry between that one switch there. So we're gonna turn that on. Just give it a second. Then we're gonna have the key. That's the emergency stop button right there. And then we're going to press this down, pull it down. It's going to take 20 seconds for everything to connect. And it's going to take 2 minutes, but it goes by 2 minutes really quick to cool the handpiece itself. So now I'm going to just go over what a standard handpiece will look like. Once it's connected, go over the buttonology. Okay. Okay, I don't want to be in the way. Okay, so right here, what we have is the skin type. This is under the Fitzpatrick scale. You're going to press that. It's going to give you a list of different skin types up to 5. Okay, we're going to go over that first, and then we're going to select lesion. You have dark pigmented lesions, light unpigmented lesions, vascular dark, and vascular light. Okay. Then from here, you have pulse duration in milliseconds. You have the joules. Okay. Here it was automatic, which means the device itself, once you select the skin type and you have selected the condition, the lesion, it would automatically give you the settings. Okay, that's number 1 there. This is semi-automatic. We don't use it quite often, but this, you could go this route, how you want it to be delivered. We're going to go over smooth, long, and high because it's particularly for different skin types and different conditions. Okay? Now, we don't, this button here, they consider that an advanced, let's say in advanced settings. We could go over that, but we are told as right now, it's best to select the auto because it's the safest. And you could always tweak this according to, once you have treated them a few times and you feel that they're not getting the results or the reaction as quick as you both want, you could always tweak the settings yourself. Okay? So, an example, you can say we want to do skin type 2, and you want to address the lesions. They might have light lesions. As you can see, the parameters were set automatically. But let's just say you say, you know what, I think I could do something a little better. That's when you could go right in and just change it. Let's say you want to increase the fluence. You're just going to move the button here, but it's going to let you know to warning. It's out of the parameters, but that is fine. That's how you do it. Here, this little eye here is information regarding the water level and the cooling fan. If there should ever be a concern or something might be going on, you're not 100%, maybe with the water cooling fan, you can call us automatically. We're going to probably most likely ask you to press that button and give us the information you see. Okay. And then here's the 2 languages we have, which is Italian and English. Yes. And then here, on this lock sign, it gives you the option of how you would like to do your treatments. It has has just a trigger, the foot pedal, or both, which is really nice. So you're going to see with all the other IPLs, this is basically how the screen is going to look.
So if you were doing dark pigmented,
Right.
well, how would these be different?
So right now, I changed it, so let me just, let me see what I'm going to change it. It'll be 15-15. Okay. Some you're going to find it's not going to even probably move, I believe with hair removal, it doesn't really drastically change. But when you're dealing with the different skin types, you can see some it might move, some it might not. Because some of them are so close in range, they're not going to be much of a difference. It's going to say we just did that, it's going to want to do vascular light. It's also 6 by 15. Vascular dark. And this is here the coolant. Right now it's off. And it will be off when we're doing vascular treatments as well as pigmented lesions. The cooling is off. But if you see that you have the option, if you want to cool someone, you can. But and if you want to put the IPL, also ultrasound gel, you could do that as well. But just apply just a thin layer. Because this really does get really cold. Right now it's off. I'm going to have you, I know you experienced it the last time, but a lot of times, even on low, it's so cold and it can't frost. Obviously, if you see a little frosting on top, it's going to cool down. It's cooling. It's going to take about a minute, less than 2 minutes. If you see a little frosting, please wipe it off with alcohol wipes. Don't apply it on the client's skin. It has to be removed before you apply it. But it's so cold, that's why you have the option of using the gel if you want. I know Ari's a big fan of the gel, but I sometimes rather not use it. I just think the results a little bit better. So like right now it's cooling. It's nice and cold, right? And I love this because you can even go, if you feel like you want to go a little bit aggressive, a little bit higher, stronger with your settings, you can just by using the coolant. And you have the option of going, you can say you have a sensitive client, -6, -12. Like they should never really feel uncomfortable because of this coolant. It's amazing. And you are going to be doing.
So why wouldn't you just leave it on all the time, even for vascular?
The system automatically shuts it off because what happens with vascular? Let's go say you're going to give me a vascular treatment. The coldness is going to have the vessels retract. And we don't want that. We need them right on top to get rid of them. And the same thing will happen with the dark spots. That's only you're going to find with vascular and lesions and the pigmented lesions that the coolant doesn't go on. But if you want to, you have the option, obviously, to put it on low. Okay? And, still cooling there. Let's look at option for someone who say with darker tone. Again, I would definitely do a test patch on them. That's the skin. Definitely fire.
So guys, we have training going on for Gabby, the owner of Ject today with the Horizon. If you'd like to see more, please follow us on Instagram, as we'll be doing an Instagram live today with them, with her, and you can watch it on the story. I hope you all have a wonderful day and thanks for watching.